My girlfriend's best friend bullied me and called me garbage, so I told my girlfriend I didn't want to be around trash. Now, she's dumped me, taken her best friend's side, and cut off everyone who supported me. My significant other and I have been dating since before the pandemic started. We have been super happy together and got a place together at the start of the year. She has a friend, let's call him John. They have been best friends since they were kids. He is very openly gay and is married to his husband. I met John once before the pandemic. He and his husband joined us on our second date. Only recently has he been around and tried to do stuff with us and his husband. Honestly, I never liked John. He has always been someone who demands everyone pay attention to him. If you have an interesting story, he will constantly try to interrupt you and tell his own thing, which is always much cooler. He will immediately try to change the topic if he cannot one-up you. He has always been somewhat hostile to me. In the last few months, he has just started bullying me and criticizing everything from my clothes to my appearance to even things I like. Last week, it got super bad when my significant other and I mentioned we were going on vacation to Japan for a month, something we both wanted to do. John was really hurt by it. Apparently, he and my significant other talked about that for years but never did it due to the pandemic. I tried to be nice and suggested he and his partner come with us, and he told me he would never want to go anywhere and be seen with a loser like me. Tonight was one of our mutual friends' birthday, and John showed up after being invited by my significant other. At one point in the night, he pulled me aside when I went to the bathroom and spent 5 minutes throwing an insane amount of shade at me. He said I was disgusting and that I was garbage. Then he outright told me to break up with my significant other, or he would do it for me because our relationship disgusted him. I have repeatedly told my significant other that I don't want to be around him. John immediately denies everything I say he said. He also only does it when my significant other is not present. Tonight, I told her word for word what happened, and she just said she didn't believe me at all. She has known him for a quarter of a century, and she has never seen anything like that. So I asked if she thought I was lying, and she said I was just embellishing what he was saying. She said she could tell he was unhappy about our relationship, but that didn't change anything for her. She loves me, and that is that. Honestly, I feel hurt. She is taking his side always, and it just makes me feel like crap. I don't really know if I can continue this relationship. It just feels so stupid. Update 1. Unfortunately, it does not have a good ending. I tried to talk to my significant other. I sat down with her and tried to talk seriously with her. I got him to stupidly rant about how much he thinks I am garbage over WhatsApp. He is apparently not racist, but his reasoning was that I was nowhere near attractive enough for her. He said that the only reason she is with me is pity. He said my career as a software developer contributes absolutely nothing to mankind. It gives me a better than everyone attitude. I am painfully boring, and just being around him makes him want to assault me physically. My voice is unbearably grating on him. I made a few comments explaining how petty that sounds, and he lost it over WhatsApp. I even got some of her friends to comment and say they dislike being around John. One of her friends ranted to me about John, saying he had tried to make her destination wedding about him and his husband. Today, I sat down with her. I explained how I felt and showed her the conversation in the comments. I went with the angle that I don't want you to cut your best friend out of your life. I just don't want to be around this person at all, thinking it would be diplomatic. She took it very poorly and accused me of being manipulative by egging him on in the conversation. She said I was doing what her ex tried to do by controlling who she could be friends with. She told me she didn't want to be around me and needed space, so she decided to stay with some family while sorting out her feelings. This evening, she messaged me and said our relationship is over, and she will collect her stuff when she calms down. She doesn't want to discuss it, as her decision is final. I am in shock right now. On top of that, it seems like she cut ties with a bunch of her friends who supported me. I don't understand her reaction at all, and I feel devastated. Part of me just wishes I kept my mouth shut, but I just cannot take being bullied or ignored by someone who is supposed to love me. I feel lost.